How's it going, everyone? I am back with another Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battle. After quite a bit of a hiatus, I now have free time finally to post more videos, edit them, and also just battle more. I'm so excited about that. That's why I'm here, and that's what I will continue doing. If you're new to my channel, definitely feel free to check out my other videos. My last video featured a pretty intense battle. If Wi-Fi battling is your thing, I have a lot to come, and I have quite a videos posted already. Anyway, also, I will be posting my Twitch and Twitter links below. I'm new to those platforms if you want to follow me there. And if you want to battle me, send me a message on Discord. I think I'm pretty easy to talk to. Anyway, finally back to the battle. I will be focusing on a GLACEON themed team. Not themed, but GLACEON centered team, I guess. Once I get the bug to play with a certain Pokemon, I kind of really harp on that. And my opponent has some pretty cool Pokemon, even though I just totally talked through that, screen right there that showed his team. He has some pretty cool mons like Drifblim, Machamp, and Gardevoir. Now, the Machamp and Gardevoir I'm a little scared about because Gardevoir has Trace and can definitely be used against me, and Machamp can be kind of versatile and unpredictable, so there's that. And I had a feeling that he would lead with his Machamp, so I decided to click first on my Alakazam, and off the bat, he leads with his Steroid Monster, and I'm going to go right into my Alakazam. All I have to do is click Psychic. Now, the only two mons that can really take a Psychic pretty well are Gardevoir and Scizor. And either way, it's fine because I will get some good chip on either, so I'm going to stay in here because that just makes sense, right? But I expected him to switch, and I'm thinking Scizor, but instead he goes for the Gastrodon. Wasn't expecting it entirely, but Gastrodon is pretty tanky, as you can see right there. It takes it pretty well, but I can counter back and smash him with an Energy Ball. Now, I kind of was expecting him to also know that I could carry Energy Ball, so he does double out into Scizor. I just was not really expecting Gastrodon to come first. So either way, he goes into Scizor, and I'm going to run out of there because I don't want to take a U-turn or an X-Scissor to the face and have to, already break my Focus Sash from the beginning. It's just not worth it. So I'm going to bring in my Magnezone here because I could take whatever attack that he wants to throw at me just fine, and he's actually going to triple out into his Gastrodon. So right now he's just kind of ping-ponging back and forth and seeing, I guess, kind of feeling me out, I guess. I'm not really entirely sure, but right now he has the advantage and it's working for him. So I don't want to take an Earth Power or a Mud Bomb. That would be very unideal. Even though I could Flash Cannon him, I don't want to risk it. He pretty much, I think he resisted anyway. So I decide I'm going to bring in my Red Dragon right now, just because I want to end this whole switching back and forth thing. Enough of that. If I start setting up, it'll start solidifying this battle a bit more. He goes for the Scald, and I was not expecting that whatsoever. It's funny because I was just like, please don't burn, please don't burn. RNG just loves me. Scald has a 30% chance to burn. I think that's absolutely ludicrous, but hey, that's the game. So, just gonna run into traffic here because I'm can't get lucky right now. He's just kind of dodging what I want to do because he keeps switching a lot, and I wasn't anticipating the Scald. So I have to make up for some lost time and start Dragon Dancing. He's going to stay in and just wither me down. He goes to the Ice Beam. It does not do a whole lot, but it's significant because I can't get the Leftovers recovery. So that really just sucks. I'm going to continue Dragon Dancing and break even. I think I broke even either last Dragon Dance or this one. And he's just, like I said, he's pretty content with staying in. I noticed that he doesn't have Leftovers, so he might have some berry of sort. He's not locked into any move, and he's not Life Orb, so I'm kind of wondering what that is. I go for a third Dragon Dance because that's just kind of what I have to do. Like I said, I'm trying to make up for some lost time and lost attack power. At any point in time, he could bring in Gardevoir and he can trace my Intimidate back to me. So I know this is a huge risk, but at the same time, I can't bring in Flygon. I can't bring in Glaceon. Glaceon really won't do anything. It's not worth bringing in Alakazam. I don't want to break my Sash. And I just felt like at this point in time, if you're staying in, I'm going to stay in, and we're just going to have to resolve this. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake here just to see how much that's going to do, because I know right now I'm back up to having, positive attack power, and it does a good amount of damage. I mean, for it not being stabbed, that's not bad on Gastrodon. He goes for the Scald again. It's all good. Now, I have a feeling here it's time to start playing smart. Because right now this is kind of a you-know-what show, and I'm going to go for Ice Fang. I'm thinking, he might bring in Drifblim because he saw that I have the Earthquake, and if he doesn't want to lose his Gastrodon, he could absolutely bring in Drifblim. So he does do that, and I go right for the Ice Fang, and avoids the attack. Between the burn on the first turn and avoiding, Ice Fang has a 95% accuracy. I've used it once, and I got the 5%. So right now, the game is loving me. I decide to go for the waterfall just to get as much damage as possible, and I get the flinch, which was deserved. I'm going to say it right now, and I said what I said. I won't take it back. I deserve that. Now, again, I have to think on my feet here. He's going to bring in the Gastrodon because he has the Storm Dream. So I'm going to go for the Ice Fang. I better not miss, and I don't miss. Did he miss? He did not miss. Gastrodon is done. So I feel a lot better about that because that thing is a pain in the behind, to keep it PG. So right now I'm in good spirits about that. He brings in the Scizor, and I know I resist Bullet Punch, but I am sitting pretty low and he has Technician, so I'm thinking it's gonna kill me, and it does. It's just that it sucks that I had to get burned and get withered down. So Gyarados was useful, but unfortunately it just wasn't used to its full potential, sadly. Now I could bring in my Fire Monkey and scare him out, but I didn't want to be faced with a type advantage if he did switch into something else. It just wasn't worth it because he could easily bring in Garchomp, and if he bought in Garchomp, I didn't have a good switch in for it. So I can bring in Magnezone, and I can trap him with my ability and just go for a Thunderbolt freely. The only thing that he could bring in here is Garchomp, but he can't switch. So I might as well just bring in something to trap him and just go for damage. He could U-turn if he wants, but I don't think he will survive. I go for the Thunderbolt, and he does survive, so he must be specially invested, and he defogs, which was an interesting play. I mean, there's nothing on the field, so I don't know if it was a misclick or if I'm not entirely sure. If he didn't expect to survive, so he just, rage, hit, defog, but sure. He goes to the Bullet Punch, doesn't get much damage. I'm just going to finish him off with a Thunderbolt. So right now, sitting kind of pretty, but he could bring in Garchomp here, which I'm expecting him to do, and that's going to suck because, like I said, I don't really have anything to just come in and freely take a hit from Garchomp. Instead, my guy is going to bring in Machamp, which completely was out of left field. Yeah, he had the type advantage, but he would have had that with Garchomp as well. So, it's fine by me. I'm just going to stay in and go for Thunderbolt. I know it probably wouldn't KO, and it doesn't. He's going to clearly KO me with a close combat. I was expecting that. I just didn't want to have to risk bringing in something like Flygon, getting Dynamic Punch, and having to deal with the whole annoyance of being confused. I didn't want to break the Sash and Alakazam still. And my Fire Monkey sitting pretty in the back up there with full HP. I did not, he's frail, so didn't want to deal with that either. So I just thought it was best to let Magnezone have the spotlight, do as much damage as possible, and that was that. I bring in Alakazam now. I'm just going to click Psychic. Again, I think I'm just sitting pretty. If he switches Machamp here, I win. There should be no reason for him to switch. There's nothing that Machamp can do to my team. It's not fast enough, and he goes for the switch. And he brings in Garchomp, which, again, I feel like I'm sensing a pattern. Like he brought in the Scizor, instead of bringing in a Scizor, he brought in Gastrodon. I felt like this Garchomp should have come a little bit earlier. But it is what it is, and not to say that my opponent hasn't been giving me a challenge, because he definitely has with my Gyarados, but I didn't think that was the move. So my Psychic does 2-hit KO because Alakazam is full Beast Mode, and that's a wrap for that. And there's no way I lose because yeah, he brings in Gardevoir, and I'm pretty sure Gardevoir is pretty tanky. But I have so much that I could just throw in his face as well. I still have 4 other Mons, so again, I'm not really concerned. He goes to the Moonblast, and it's going to be 2-hit KO. I don't think my Shadow Ball can 2-hit KO, but as you'll see there, I got a bit of a better roll on my second Shadow Ball. It just wasn't enough to take it out. I think he probably survived with like 1 or 2 HP. So down goes the Alakazam, and he's going to bring in, I'm going to bring in my Glaceon here. And at this point in time, I just, like I said, I win because I'm Scarfed. All I have to do is click Ice Beam. So he has Gardevoir and Drifblim and Machamp left. So Machamp has virtually no HP, Drifblim has half HP, and this thing has like 1 HP left. So yeah, if he had brought in Garchomp from the beginning, this would have been a bit of a different battle, like if he had brought that in against my Magnezone. But it just didn't work out that way. So I'm just going to click Ice Beam freely. GLACEON is going to clean up. And that's pretty much the match, guys. You know, I'm going to show the rest of the battle, of course. But yeah, if you like this video, definitely feel free to subscribe to my channel. Give it a like, post a comment. I certainly enjoy feedback. And like I said, if you want to battle me, you can hit me up on Discord. I'm going to post that in my description. But also, you can just leave a comment too. I do respond to comments and battle requests there. I have a couple of cool battle requests that are, you know, currently being sat on right now, and I'm really excited to battle those people and post those because I think they'll definitely be competitive, and I think you guys will enjoy that. So again, thank you all for watching. Tim, great battle. I liked your team a lot. I'll see you all on the next one.